Welcome back to Chaotic Reunion. I'm Javier once again, and here we are back in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. In the last episode, we started the game. We walked around Kokiri Forest, we got ourselves a sword and shield, and even some sticks! And learned that in order to help the Great Deku Tree, we must go inside of him and defeat something. Something. In this episode, we're gonna go defeat something. So let's do that. About 20 minutes in, and we're in the first dungeon. Welcome to the Great Deku Tree in a staple that is, well, the Legend of Zelda series. Dungeons. Dungeons are basically areas in the game where you complete objective after objective, and there's an end goal, you move on, and you just go from point to point. Right over here, I probably should point out one thing that I didn't do in the last episode, is that if you lock onto enemies and tap on the Navi button, she will tell you what the enemies are called, and give you a brief description as to how you can deal with them. In that instance, we get some nuts! So the Deku nuts are great for breaking the game at points, but can be used to stun enemies and things like that. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. Why, Navi, what? Look, you can see down below this web using up! I can? Wow, Navi! Oh, that's the wrong way, these controls are inverted. Man, look at that, we can see it below us! Wow, thanks, Navi. So let's just continue up. Let's just go. We got an adventure. Alright. Had to get my thoughts in. Looking at this wall, the vines growing on it, even a rough surface. Maybe you can climb it, Link. Can I? Can I, Navi? Wow, I can! So this is more where I wanted to get into the more of the concept that, like, Navi will absolutely be poking us about everything we could do. And again, this is more to do with the idea that they were very new to 3D gaming, and they still thought they needed to hold people's hands. Anyway, we got the dungeon map. So there are maps in the dungeon that you can get that basically give you a rough idea of where you are, what's around, and what directions you can go. Generally, these aren't needed for a lot of people, but you can see them at the bottom right now. It'll move as we're moving. Ooh, excuse me, I didn't anticipate what just happened there. You can see the map moving as we're going along here. And, incoming Navi! Maybe we can get past her. No. You can open a door by standing in front of it and pressing A. Yeah. Thanks, Navi. This isn't even skippable dialogue. Like the map. Nope. Oh god, we're trapped. Oh god. This is a Deku Scrub. That's the wrong button again. So, with the Deku Scrub, you just gotta hold your shield out, aim it in its direction, and with this particular one, you just run up to it. Ow, forgive me, Master. If I give you a clue, will you let me go? When you jump off a high cliff, if you hold up forward, you will roll on the ground when you land and won't get hurt from the fall. I mean, I know what you're gonna say, but man, I want to speak fast for you, buddy, but jeez, your dialogue is really, really, really slow. And it's awful. Well, that's one of the things. This game, the game's dialogue moves very slow in particular. So, I guess it's just a sign of the times, I suppose. But anyway, we got another treasure chest. Did you think you were only gonna hear this once in like an episode? Nah, man. Nah. It's a slingshot. Bruh, it's a slingshot. We can put it on the item subscreen and we can use it, take it out, hold it, and as you hold C, and you can aim with the control stick. Release the control stick to unleash a Deku Seed. If you want to shoot right away, when you first press C, hold down C a little longer to get the seed ready. Man, I will never be used to that. I'm also a little upset that unlike the GameCube version of Ocarina of Time, they didn't implement the fact that you could use like the C buttons and stuff like that. But anyway, I bypassed this by just kind of running around and coming up here, but for the sake of showing it, we could actually aim at this ladder and knock it down. We did it! But up here, is there a thing up here? The reason they come up here? Yeah, there's a treasure chest. I saw this off the corner of my eye and I didn't remember it. Wow, a heart! Man! I did not... I am so happy I went up there and everything. Is that all that's up there? Yeah, that is. One thing I should probably apologize for is the fact that you're probably going to see me spaz with items a lot. And it's just because this game is not built with the idea of using the C stick or a right stick for items. It's absolutely built with the buttons in mind, which are nowhere near each other on an actual control stick. Man, we got Deku Seeds! Did you know these were used for the slingshot? Oh. Hey, I'm good at games. But don't worry, we learned about vines, which means we know about this shortcut now. Wow! I actually don't know why this is here. Or why the ladder over there is. Maybe they don't expect you to know what this is, and so you go for the ladder. Maybe? I don't... Oh my god, this game is so sensitive. Oh, it's been forever. Oh, I love it, but man, it's aged. Aged a little bit. Not as bad as some other games out there. Absolutely not, but... I guess, having gone off of a more recent title like Breath of the Wild, it's definitely just a lot less precise. Although with the Joy-Cons deciding to break in Breath of the Wild half the time. Oh no, yeah, that's a new enemy. See, I get into rants. I'm so used to games now that I don't even think to talk about things anymore. That was a Skulltula. They turn around and you hit them in the back. And then they die, as you just saw. And we got trapped in another room, as you just saw. And this is a Deku Baba, as you just saw. Thank you, Navi. Alright. Alright. So with this one, oh, it's just a switch. Press the switch, and you get a time limit. And then you can go to the end, and I almost missed the jump. That would have been embarrassing. But in here, another treasure chest. Third one in the last, like, 10 minutes. Not even, like 7 minutes. But don't worry, we just got the last real major thing we gotta look for in a dungeon. You found the compass! Now you can see the locations of the hidden things in the dungeon. Woohoo! See now the actual useful part of the map shows up. You can see where we entered with the red arrow. You see us with the yellow arrow, and then kind of a brown box, and that indicates like treasure chests. Ow! I was nowhere near you. Don't even try that, jerk. These guys are absolutely way worse to deal with in the sequel, Majora's Mask. So yeah, enjoy that. Alright, let's go over here. One of the things I was absolutely stuck on debating as to whether or not I wanted to play the 3DS version of this game instead of the N64 version. Wow, that was a heart. Are you serious? Alright. We at least got what over here was a gold Skulltula, which is a collectible in the game. There are, like, is there 100 of them? There's 100 gold Skulltulas. And if you get them all, there's a reward in the store for you. I'll debate it. I'm not promising anything. I love this game, man, but I've only done that twice in my life. Alright. So, you'll notice we don't have anywhere to go. So, there's only one way to go, and it's down! Die! So yeah, I was debating, I probably want to go over here. whether or not I wanted to play the 3DS version or this version, because honestly the 3DS port just looks better, plays better, feels better in general in a lot of places. In fact, I don't think there's any bad improvements on the... My seeds! Ooh. Any bad improvements in the 3DS port. Let me jump down here and I'll continue my thought. Oh no! Alright, continuing the thought. You want to land in the middle of that in order for us to get down there. But yeah, the 3DS port is just way better. And I could do a 3DS capture cards. I got the money for that. That's no problem. It's more along the lines of playing 3DS games, at least on a regular 3DS. As it stands, man, I get headaches. And I used to not be able to see, so that was the main problem before. Like, I beat the 3DS version, like, once, and then never went back to it. And then I beat the Majora's Mask 3DS version and never went back to it. Same with the Link Between Worlds. And even with being able to see, like, I tried thinking, oh man, I can see now, and maybe I'll be able to play these games well. No, it's I still get headaches, and it's awful because I want to like the games, but if I feel bad playing them, what's the point? All right, that'll work. We did it. We did it. All right. So I didn't point it out earlier just because I beat it out. I beat it immediately. Ow. Did I ask for your opinion? I didn't point it out earlier just because I instantly killed it. But you can hear the scratching of the gold Skulltulas whenever you're in nearby vicinity. So we can absolutely kill this, no problem. And climb up there and get us another gold Skulltula. I'll absolutely get the ones that are in the way. There are just a lot of them that are out of the way, as would be expected when there's 100 of them. Alright, we did it. What's next? Is it the Switch? This Switch, not like a Nintendo Switch. Wow, there's another one right here. I forgot about you. Alright. No! I want a slingshot, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Master. Alright. Go up here. Use this. One thing I also, since it's a little bit of downtime in doing this dungeon, is kind of, like I mentioned it briefly, like obviously I've played Breath of the Wild. I was absolutely excited for Breath of the Wild. I pre-ordered a Switch for Breath of the Wild. I don't really have a rule. Name 5 games you can pretty much immediately get, even if I don't get them all at the, like when I buy the system, you have something to look forward to. And nothing that was out, obviously it was just Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2, stuff like that I wanted. And now obviously there's more games that have been announced and everything, but at the time it was just those 3 that I kind of really knew about. Xenoblade. But Breath of the Wild I counted as like 4 games because it's the next Zelda game and it looks way better on the Switch than it does on the Wii U. Not a ton, obviously it doesn't diminish the, it doesn't diminish the Wii U version, but, you know. I just wanted the better version. I wanted to show my support for the series that I love to death. One thing I wanted to point out is I've been obviously, like, very slowly over the channel, mind you. Just whenever I have free time and whenever I want to devote time to recording videos and stuff. Is going into the Zelda games kind of in timeline order and not release order. Oh, thank you, Navi. Hello. After you get in the water, you can hold down to dive. But there's some interesting things in the underwater. Navi, I don't want to use the water. I have to, right? You can't cheat this one. Is it Master Quest where you have to cheat it? Yep. Ow! Alright, I'll do it right. So what she's saying is if you come down here and do a dive! Oh, it's not in the Master Quest. You cheated in Master Quest when you do this particular instance. It just lower the water, it just lowers the, I think it raises the bar a little bit. Or opens, oh no, what it does is it opens the door, and you have a split amount of time, and you roll underneath. You roll underneath the bar. Got it. I remember now. God, it's been forever. But yeah, Breath of the Wild, thank you, Navi! I don't know where to place it in the timeline yet. And I looked up a little bit of stuff, but no one seems to really have a decent idea. I kind of have a kind of an idea, just because it talks about Fear of Twilight, it talks about sky, and it talks about time. It doesn't talk about the sea. Fear of Winds is out of question. And it definitely doesn't seem to be in the Hero Death timeline, which I know we're only on Ocarina of Time, so we really haven't talked about timelines, but if you're a Zelda fan, you probably know about the timelines in general. Which, for me, places it after Twilight Princess, which is the child timeline. Like, in the distant future. Now, some people have proposed the idea that it comes together after all kinds of timelines, but, nah. I don't see timelines coming together. That doesn't make sense to me. Obviously nuances and stuff can go when eventually this game is covered, but if there's an interest in the topic, I mean, I'd be dang it. I'd be willing to go into details like in a ramble series or in a ramble episode or whatever of me just talking about how I feel where it goes. Kind of like what I did with my most popular video on the channel, where I kind of used stock footage from Super Beard Bros. Back before Hyrule Warriors was even released, and was like, I don't know where it is on the timeline. The theoretical fake super timeline. Wait, was this always? Wow! I didn't know this was blocked. That feels weird. Oh yeah. I know I was going around in circles. So if I go in the middle here, these guys will drop. These are what are they called? Ow. Controls, please. These are Goma larvas. They wanna pounce. Kill it all. Ow. Please stop killing me. I can't listen to this beeping. Did anyone forget about me? Where'd he go? I didn't kill it, did I? I don't remember killing it. Weird. Alright. We'll just progress. We'll get this stick on fire. Run down here and, light this on fire. Yeah, I'll absolutely do a ramble video on that, because that's I mean, it's easy content to make and I enjoy doing it. And I don't have to devote too much time to, pretty much I don't have to devote any time to editing at that point, because you just put a game in the background and talk about it. Or talk about whatever, or something related to it, or what have you. And I can do that on my own time, no problem flat. The amount of editing involved in that, too, is put the sound clip in, put the video, talk, and pretty much render at that point. If I do end slates at the time, I'll do an end slate. You know, no problem, no problemo. Good job, Braid. I'm glad we could work out words today. Man, I am super tired. I don't know if the yawns have cut through. Probably. When I edit, I notice them pretty easily. But I'm only on like 4 hours of sleep. Ended up at work just kinda working. Now, by my own fault, mind you. Accidentally kind of worked 11 hours and then immediately got to go back in the morning and work about 7. So I'm just tired. But I wanted to record. I took a nap, which is why I'm a little sluggish. So it's fine. How did you know a secret? How irritating. It's so annoying that I'm going to have to reveal the secret of Queen Goma to you in order to administer the coup de grace. Okay, reading that word, I will always say coup de grace before I realize it's coup de grace. Always. Oh, Queenie. Sorry about that. I mean, we should probably just go and do it, huh? Okay, let's let the episode run a little long. We're right on time. So, ready for the last staple the last staple you will always see in a dungeon, whereas the beginning of the dungeon is finding the items to make it to the end. At the end exists your final challenge. If we look up, you can see her. Hey! She ignored me! Say hello to the parasitic armored arachnid! Come on. Alright. Kill, maim! So Goma kind of goes around. She has a bunch of little phases that I'm just gonna see here. Let's just see if we can break her again. Okay, I broke it. We did it. We beat her. We beat Goma. She has a lot of phases, guys. I swear to you. I think she only has like 3. So I should probably explain Goma. God, I've done this boss fight so much. I love speeding that one. Anyway, we got a heart container. So at the end of dungeons and throughout optional side quests, we'll be gaining extra energy. At the end of bosses, you will get 1 full heart container, and for side quests, you get quarters, totaling up to 20 hearts in the end. So Goma, basically, when she goes up there, she spawns a bunch of little ads, so little Goma larvas that you got to take care of, and then she will kind of. She'll stay up there until you take care of her, and then she'll slam down. She then walks around with her ads if you take too long, which is considered like phase 2.5. Other than that, she just does that over and over again if you can't take her out at the beginning. Z-Target kind of breaks that part. Anyway, story time. So it is done. The Great Secretary has passed on, but not before giving us a quest to stop the evil Desert Man from basically destroying Hyrule. Hey, Mito. Hey, Link, what did you do? The Great Secretary, did he die? How could you do a thing like that? It's all your fault. Ah, how do you know? You weren't even over. Oh, you were spying on us. Oh, that's obvious. So with that sad event behind us, it's time for us to head out into Hyrule. But that's a task for the next episode. I've been Navi of Chaotic Reunion. I'll see you all in the next one. Ciao.